There are three ways to make a living in this business. Be first, be smarter, or cheat.
I'll go right.
That's what makes this series have a nice yin and a yang component to it. The Thunder have the much more complete superstars who can quickly play make and make something happen in crunch time. But the Indiana Pacers, they have the more complete team. Multiple guys could come off the bench and just have scoring outputs. We've seen TJ McConnell, Ben Mathurin in this game. He had 27 points in 22 minutes. Obi Toppin has had his scoring outburst with his three-point shooting. Ben Shepherd is another player that comes in and adds to that defense that Nembhard and Naismith is playing, just staying attached to SGA and J-Dub. He's also another cast member that adds on to their three-point shooting. So the Pacers have a dynamic that kind of makes up for the inconsistencies of Tyrese Haliburton. And also these players complement him because in transition they get out, Tyrese could easily pass to them and they get off their shots. And they also do a lot of the dirty work, as TJ had multiple steals on just inbound passes. And for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they really can't afford to have all these turnovers. That's not really their MO. They're just like the Pacers, a low turnover team that actually forces other teams to turn the ball over, and their defense actually adds on to the amount of points that the offense could score. The yin and the yang component just keeps adding on because this Oklahoma City defense, they can go up to a level that the Pacers defense can never really get up to athletically. Just their speed, their strength, the way they close out on shots. Don't get me wrong, the Pacers have guys like Mathurin and Naismith and also Pascal to a degree who are athletic, but they also have a lot of energy and effort guys like Ben Shepherd, Nembhard, and TJ McConnell. But the Pacers having guys that are slightly older and more experienced, it kind of balances everything all out. So that's why in the first part of this series, I've alluded that all the stars were lining up for this series to be perhaps one of the greatest finals that we've seen in the past couple of years. All that small market talk is just for the casuals. But going back to the Thunder's offense, here's a perfect example of some of the issues that they're facing. Pascal right here is going to meet SGA at the line, so he has no room to go downhill. And also look at Ben Shepherd. He stays attached to SGA's hip. These guys have done a great job avoiding screens. Shepherd, Mathurin, Nembhard, Naismith, they've done a great job just sticking to him. Same thing for TJ McConnell. And also when SGA does attack going downhill, who's his open shooters? Caruso and Lou Dort. How consistent can these guys really be? And same thing for Chet. He has not been consistent even shooting from mid-range. Forget the three-point shooting. But how well can SGA just continue to kill him and get into that mid-range bag? Because that ball pressure coming from the Indiana Pacers is going to continuously be relentless. As right here, they have an endless amount of fresh bodies just to put on SGA. I mean, just look at Mathurin, Nembhard, Ben Shepherd, Naismith, TJ McConnell. Again, it's not ironic we saw Jalen Brunson in the previous series with the Pacers kind of look burned out in the fourth quarter of Game 6. But SGA so far in this series, he is showing that he's truly the MVP because he's fighting through all that. But he is human, so it makes you wonder in a 7-game series, is he going to have enough to cross that finish line?